With the launch of McLaren's new MCL60 car earlier this month, fans and experts alike have eagerly anticipated the team's performance in the upcoming season. However, it's no secret that the team is expected to face a tough start to the season. The question on everyone's mind is, can McLaren overcome these challenges and secure a spot at the top of the leaderboard? Stick around to find out. While the unveiling of McLaren's 2023 Challenger, MCL60, was an exciting event, the team principal, Andrea Stella, had a different story to tell this time. He admitted that the team was only partially happy with the car's launch specification, which is a big deal. Usually, teams are all smiles and high fives during these launches, so this was a downer. Some people thought Stella was trying to soften the blow when the car hit the track and didn't perform well. But as testing got underway in Bahrain, it became clear that there was a reason for his comments. The car wasn't performing as well as they had hoped. It's always interesting to see how these launches and tests go, especially for a team like McLaren with many fans. But they have some work to do if they want to be competitive. Here's the catch: the lap times have been lackluster, and the car hasn't been turning in or braking as well as their competitors' cars. Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri have had to wait longer than their rivals to regain power. On Friday, 24th of February, during lunchtime, CEO Zak Brown shed some light on the situation in the regular press conference. He explained that the team needed to catch up on key development targets. Team principal Andrea Stella added to this, saying that last year they had clear objectives for development, including aerodynamic efficiency, exploitation of the tires, and improving the car's balance. Last year, we had some clear objectives in terms of development, he said. They had to do with aerodynamic efficiency, some development related to the exploitation of the tires, and also some other objectives to improve the balance. The reality is that most of these objectives have actually been met. But the objective in terms of aerodynamic efficiency of the car, that's the one where we are still shy of what our target was. Stella confirmed that most of these objectives were met, but the team needed to meet their target for aerodynamic efficiency. It is a good time to hear from the team's principal, Stella, and get an inside look at what's happening behind the scenes. We'll have to keep an eye on them as the season progresses. Now let's talk about what poor aerodynamic efficiency means in Formula One. Essentially, it's when a car generates too much drag at a specific level of downforce. This is exactly the opposite of what teams aim for, as they want maximum downforce for the corners and minimum drag for good top speed. The main issue with draggy cars is their slow, straight-line speed, but that's not the case. The real problem is the compromises they force teams to make. To reduce the time lost on straights, teams reduce wing angles, resulting in less downforce for corners and slower speeds through turns. And that's where McLaren finds itself right now, caught in a spiral of negativity. The team knows that their car could perform better in corners, but if they went in that direction, they would be slower around the lap due to time lost on the straights. It's a tricky situation to be in for sure. Stella admitted that the team didn't take a step backward, but didn't make significant improvements as other teams did, such as Aston Martin and Alfa Romeo. He added that the midfield is tightly packed, and even the slightest mistake in setting up and maximizing their potential could get thrown out in Q1. I think we will see again that the midfield is very compact, he said, and this means that if you don't do a good enough job, even in setting up and maximizing what you have, you may struggle to get out of Q1. At the same time, you might be a Q3 contender. However, Stella remained optimistic and said that the fork is still wide open, and he revealed that their objective for the season is to be a top 4 car, but currently they're not in that range. So I think the fork is relatively open, it is relatively wide. I think when I'm talking about competitiveness, I would say our objective through the season is to be a top 4 car. At the moment, I would say we are not necessarily in this range. It's a tough reality check for McLaren fans, but it's better to face the truth and work towards improving their car's performance. As we explained, the beginning of the Formula One season doesn't bode well for McLaren, as there's a chance they might make an early exit in the first quarter. However, amidst the storm clouds hovering over the team, a glimmer of hope shines through. The team is in a holding pattern, waiting for the right moment to take off. Fortunately, they're not in the same boat as other teams who've experienced nightmares, showing up to the first test with confidence only to stumble and fall flat on their faces. In the complex and fast-paced world of Formula One, such setbacks often take weeks and months to recover from, as teams are forced to put in much time and effort to pinpoint exactly what went wrong. However, McLaren's situation is unique. They've known for some time that they've been on the wrong path, and they're taking the necessary steps to correct their course. With this in mind, it's safe to say that brighter days lie ahead for the McLaren team, and it's only a matter of time before they take the world of Formula One by storm. McLaren has been exploring a new development direction to gain a competitive edge, and the team has worked hard in the wind tunnel to bring their vision to life. They eagerly await the green light to begin production on the new package, which could be ready in time for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. The good thing is that Stella is optimistic about the new development and is confident that it will bring positive results. He emphasizes that the material currently being used on the track reflects the work done in development 2 or 3 months ago. In Formula One, timing is everything, and every little improvement counts. McLaren is taking a strategic approach and biding their time until it can implement its new package and gain the competitive advantage they need to succeed. According to Stella, so the good news is that we have good development streams going on, and they will land trackside in some weeks. So that's why you see me as not necessarily the most optimistic now, but rather more optimistic for what's coming in the season. Regarding McLaren's performance this season, the key factor will not be how they fare in Bahrain, but rather the impact of their first major upgrade. Stella says there's a clear performance jump on the horizon, and McLaren fans have reason to be optimistic. There's a couple of components where we see that there's quite a bit of lap time sensitivity, he said. I can't say what they are, and it will not necessarily look like a completely different car, but some of the changes seem to make a significant difference for aerodynamic efficiency. It's worth noting that Stella chose his words carefully at the launch, but his reference to a significant step should not be taken lightly. The anticipation for this upgrade builds as the team continues to work tirelessly in the wind tunnel and on the track. It could be the turning point for McLaren's season, and a chance for them to reclaim their spot among the top teams in Formula One. McLaren's fate this season will likely hinge on the success of their upcoming major upgrade. Stella has hinted at a significant performance jump, suggesting that there's cause for optimism. While the details remain under wraps, the team's dedication to innovation and improvement is clear. Fans will eagerly anticipate the upgrade's arrival and hope it will propel McLaren to new heights in the world of Formula One. If you have reached this far, like this video, subscribe to our channel, and press the notification bell so you may not miss any future updates. See you in another video. Until then, take care. Do tell us your views in the comments section.